right, good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning. This is Brunansky's vlog live on Facebook. We've got a couple things to talk about here. We are going to go over the weekend box office report, two things coming out of Sundance, plus the Razzies. So give us a second here, and we will get this thing started.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. This is Brunansky's vlog. Good morning. It's Monday morning. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jeremy Brunansky with Brunansky's vlog. I've got my iced tea. I've got my iced tea. I've got my iced tea here. I've got the box office report from this weekend. And let's go ahead and take a look at one news story then that dropped this morning. We are live right now. We are going to cover Friday's box office. So for this weekend's box office, on these Facebook Live sessions, we do like to cover the weekend box office. So what does that mean? That means that this is pretty impressive, as you'll hear in a minute. And I'm not going to give any spoilers, so don't worry. In theory, that film should have done gangbusters. This movie is so much fun. I think the rewatchability factor is super high. Wow, this was actually a fun time. I'm on board. Sign me up. Game over. If you're watching this on replay, thank you. All right, let's just get into it. Number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, and number 1.
All right, we're back. I'm Jeremy Brunansky. This is Brunansky's vlog. We're live on Facebook. It's Monday morning, and hopefully you guys have had an opportunity to check out this week's brand new episode, which dropped on the YouTube channel this morning. All right, so this morning, we are going to cover a couple things. We've got the weekend box office report. As always, we look at the top 5 earners, who made the least, who made the most, kind of give a quick analysis of that. Then we have 2 things coming out of Sundance we're going to look at, plus the Razzies were announced. And then we'll talk about one quick little thing that's non-movie related, but still culturally very important. So we are going to take a dive into that real quick before we sign off with today's episode. So let's go ahead and take a look at the weekend box office earners here. Now on the show, if this is your first time watching, we like to go from number 5 to number 1. Also, thank you for watching if you guys are watching this live right now. If you're watching this on the Facebook or on the YouTube replay, thank you so much for watching that YouTube replay as well. Also, if this is your first time visiting, go ahead and consider either clicking this like button on the Facebook page or clicking the subscribe button on YouTube, as well as that little bell so you get the notifications when new content drops on the channel. All right, so let's go ahead now and take a look at what happened over the weekend at the box office. So coming in at number 5, we have The Greatest Showman at $11 million. Coming in at number 4, The Post at $12,150,000. Coming in at number 3, Den of Thieves with $15,320,000. Coming in at number 2 is 12 Strong with $16,500,000. Coming in at number 1, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, $20,040,000. Jumanji, an unstoppable juggernaut at the box office. This film just keeps making money. People keep getting out to see it, and it makes perfect sense to me because I had such a fun time in the movies. This literally is such a fun is the word we're going to use today for this film. It's just a fun film. In general, you go in, you sit down. It's just kind of like, okay, here's the characters, and then boom, it flips it. We get right into the game of Jumanji, right, on the island, and it's just rocking and rolling from there. Such a fun time. If you still have not seen this film, which, according to all the money it's making, seems unlikely that you haven't, but if you haven't, I definitely recommend maybe this weekend get out. We got that break from football. So get out this weekend and check out Jumanji. You will probably not be disappointed. I wasn't disappointed, and it keeps making money. So most of the people who've seen this movie are not disappointed. So check it out. Coming in, Den of Thieves. Again, if you watched this morning's episode, you heard my review for Den of Thieves. I enjoyed it. There's some stuff in it, like I said, that just needed to go, but still a very entertaining heist flick with those couple combinations of films. I won't get into it here in case you haven't seen it, but go ahead and hop back to the YouTube page and check out my review on this week's episode. The Post, again, an excellent film, and The Greatest Showman, pure entertainment, right? So top 5, not really surprising, doesn't look too different from Saturday's Facebook Live, where we looked at Friday's box office. Everything kind of seems to be falling right in line as to kind of what we've already discussed. But 12 Strong, I still need to see. It looks like it is going to be a good film. From falling in second place in the first week, I mean, that speaks well for it. So I'll have to get out and try and check that out this week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll take a look. And let's see here. Coming in the rest of the 10, let's see if there's anything that is a surprise. Paddington 2, coming in at number 6. But that came in about $3 million less than the number 5 spot. So it made about $8 million. So not surprised that it hit number 6 instead of number 5. The Commuter still in the top 10. Star Wars The Last Jedi still in the top 10. Insidious and Forever My Girl. Now, later this week, yesterday I watched Paddington, the first one, and recorded my review for that. So just like I just did a DVD review or a Blu-ray review for Get Out, and if you're watching this on the YouTube replay, I'll just throw the card right up here for that. You can click on that, and that'll go right to the Get Out review. But just like I did a DVD review for that last week, I'm doing a Paddington review for DVD this week. So stay tuned to the channel for that. That'll be dropping. Spoiler alert, I had such a fun time watching this movie. I'm actually excited now to go see Paddington 2. For more information, though, just stay tuned to the YouTube channel because that review will be dropping later this week. So, yeah, spoiler alert, though. Really good. All right, so let's go ahead now and move into the next part here. Now, with Sundance, we got a lot of news and stuff like that. I didn't realize that Paul Dano had a directorial debut. I also didn't realize that Nick Cage had made another movie. Now, if you go to the Stardust app, and you can find the Stardust app, on any of your app stores, and you go to the Stardust app and go to Brunansky's vlog on Stardust, you'll be able to find my trailer reviews on the Stardust app. And Nick Cage has a new movie coming out called Mom and Dad. And I didn't realize he also had another one that was premiering at Sundance. But the Mom and Dad trailer looks insane. It looks like an insane comedy in like a dark way. So check that trailer out. It's pretty funny, but it's nuts. And so when I heard he had like another film, I was like, oh, I wonder what this is going to be. Now, I don't know anything. I didn't really do the research on it. I just pulled it up this morning and I was like, oh, he's got a new film. But I was able to find an image for it. So give me 1 second. We'll pull that up just so you can see. Because if this image is any indication as to what the film will be like, I feel like Nick Cage has got 2 nutso films this year that we may or may not be able to be excited about. I don't know. Time will tell. But check this out. That's him. I don't know what's going on in this film. The movie is called Mandy, and from just what I've gathered, it's a revenge thriller. So I'm assuming he's the one getting revenge since looks like he's been burned and he's covered in blood. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what comes from that. We'll get more on that, I'm sure, as it gets closer to release, if it gets a major release. I'm sure it will. It's Nick Cage. But yeah, and then also go check out that trailer for Mom and Dad. It's a nutso trailer that will literally, I was laughing. I was like, this is insanity. And that kind of like hit that funny part of my brain. So check that out. Also, Paul Dano. Now, Paul Dano has been acting for a while. He's a phenomenal actor. And he usually does some higher profile roles. But he has done comedic as well. And he's like one of those actors, like when they say Paul Dano's in a movie, I'm like, oh, and all of a sudden I'm more interested in that movie. And I didn't realize he was also like venturing into the director's world. And so when I saw like this thing, the little headlines on the internet this morning, I was like, oh, cool. Like he's got a thing. So I pulled up a couple I just threw this together super quick. Snippets of folks on Twitter who are at Sundance right now that went out and saw this film. This film is called Wildlife, and here's 3 people at Sundance, and here's what they had to say. So let's see. They said, Eric says, Wildlife is a tender, exquisite, and ultimately tragic look at the collapse of an early 60s American family, echoes of Miller and Williams. You've seen variations of this before, but Paul Dano's filmmaking debut is confident as... beep. Can't do that. This is a family show. And Carey Mulligan has never been better. All right. And then David Ehrlich, I hope I pronounced that right. Wildlife rules. A tender, gorgeous, exquisitely understated period drama about a family that stops believing in itself. Paul Dano directs like he's been doing it forever. Carey Mulligan, never better. Every frame is deeply felt. Sundance is catching fire today. Like that. Anytime anything is lit, that's a good thing. For everybody watching that's not hip to the lingo. Next up is Amy Rose Eisenbach. She says, Wildlife. Many actors try directing, but it doesn't translate. In Paul Dano's case, his brilliance in front of the lens is matched behind it. A coming-of-age story about a boy forced to grow up as his parents' marriage falls apart. Nuanced and compelling, fantastic film. And there you have it. There's 3 folks who really liked Wildlife. So I think we can be excited about Wildlife just based off of these early Twitter reviews, right? And if Paul Dano is as good behind the camera as he is in front of the camera, I think that we will have something special waiting for us whenever this film drops in theaters, hopefully this year, right? So check that out. So keep that on your radar. All right, next up we have the Razzies. The Razzie. Oh no, let's talk about some winners here, because we did have another award show as we've discussed before. So was it last night? The 20th? What's today? I don't even know what today is. Hold on. Today's the 22nd. So 2 days ago, we had the Producers Guild Awards, and that they gave The Shape of Water was the big winner for that one. So as you can see here on this little spreadsheet I threw together, because if you know me, you know I like spreadsheets. On this little spreadsheet here, The Shape of Water is now the Critics' Choice Award and the Producers Guild Award for Best Picture so far. We still have, as you can see, the Writers Guild. We still have the Directors Guild. And then obviously the Academy Awards March 4th. So overall, though, Shape of Water is looking pretty nice. However, there's still, as you can see here on the far left, you have all of the movies that have been up for nomination in these categories. So as you can see, there's still a lot of really good movies out there. Dunkirk not really getting the love I think it should. I never bet against Christopher Nolan when it comes to what everybody may say, because I still think there's a little something waiting for him. I could be wrong. Like I said, he hasn't really picked up any steam yet, but he is getting the noms, except for the Writers Guild. But hey, we'll have to wait and see. I don't really see too many other, like The Greatest Showman, Wonder Woman, Logan. Like, there are films that are on this board that I'm not necessarily sure are really going to surprise anybody. Like, I don't think those are going to be like this Trojan horse where all of a sudden it's like, holy cow, I can't believe that got nominated. But Dunkirk, I see it has potential. Get Out definitely has potential, especially after I finally saw it. I get it now. Lady Bird, I still haven't seen it, but it's still getting a lot of buzz. The Shape of Water and 3 Billboards. These are all films that people keep talking about. So there's still a lot of speculation we can do as to kind of where we're going to go for the Academy Awards this year. But I wouldn't be surprised if Shape of Water cleans up most of the awards that are the bigger awards. But hey, we'll have to wait and see. But I'm excited, looking forward to finding out what everybody else drops as far as their voting goes. And that way we can talk about it more on this show. All right, now, if you have an opinion about anything we've talked about, go ahead and throw it in the comment section below. Same thing for everybody watching this on the YouTube replay. Hit that comment section. Let us know what you think so far about the topics we've covered. We're going to move now into the Razzies. Now, the Hollywood Reporter this morning, they threw up the Razzie Award nominations. Now, if you aren't familiar with the Razzies, that's okay. The Razzies is just the worst of the worst award show. So it's not the worst award show. It's an award show about the worst of the worst. So let me just clarify that for everybody. So I went ahead, and if you're watching this right now on Facebook Live, I have thrown in the comments section the link for the Hollywood Reporter article, so you can just go to that and you can check out kind of all of the categories that have been nominated for the Razzies. But just real quick, let's take a look at one or two that are the bigger ones, right? So for the Razzies, and this is going to be on March 3rd, is the Razzies. So so you have the Razzies, and then you have the Academy Awards back one night and then the next night. So for the Razzies, worst picture noms, these are the absolute worst films of the year. This is the garbage pile. You could say that these films all should have been released in January. They were not, but they could have been. All right, so for worst picture, we've got Baywatch, The Emoji Movie, 50 Shades Darker, The Mummy, Transformers, The Last Night. Whew, this is a stink fest. Now, I didn't see Baywatch, I didn't see Emoji Movie, and I didn't see 50 Shades Darker, but The Mummy was a weird movie. It was like a couple of genres of films like all sliced together. It was really weird. And then Transformers The Last Night, I don't know what was going. The movie starts with Merlin, and he's like a drunkard, and it was really weird. It didn't get any better from there. It got worse. So I'm not surprised to see The Mummy. I'm actually surprised to see The Mummy. I'm not surprised to see Transformers because I mean, The Mummy was bad, but I don't know that it was Razzie bad. It's not like Halle Berry's Catwoman bad. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But whew, man, that's a stink fest. Baywatch, The Emoji Movie, 50 Shades Darker, The Mummy, Transformers. Now, if you're the type of person that's like, I love doing like goofy drinking games, like you still have that mentality, like that's cool. I would recommend you do like drinking games to these 5 films and see how long you last. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying like that could be a fun thing for you because these films, I don't know how you'd enjoy these films sober. I got to be honest with you. So check those out if you're ever in a place where you're just like, I've got nothing to do and I've got an 18 pack in the fridge. Go hit up Baywatch, The Emoji Movie, 50 Shades Darker, The Mummy, and Transformers The Last Night and see what happens. See if you enjoy these films more than all of the sober people enjoyed them because, whew, the Razzies. All right, let's move down here real quick to, what was the next one? Worst remake, ripoff, or sequel. So you had Baywatch, Boo 2, A Medea Halloween, 50 Shades Darker, The Mummy, Transformers The Last Night. So again, Baywatch, The Mummy, and Transformers, and 50 Shades Darker getting a little extra love at the Razzies. And then Boo 2, A Medea Halloween is right up there too. So, hey, look, I think the Razzies might actually be a lot of fun this year. I don't know. I can't speak for it. But it looks like if they do like a Comedy Central roast fest on these films, they've got a lot to work with. Coming in at Worst Director, we have, this one surprised me, Darren Aronofsky for Mother, Michael Bay, Transformers The Last Night, James Foley, 50 Shades Darker, Alex Kurtzman, The Mummy, and Anthony Leonidas for The Emoji Movie. Now, I didn't see Mother, but there was a lot of controversy around that film as to what the film was about and everything else. So I'm not surprised to see that, you know, people are kind of questioning it, but I am surprised to see that it made the Razzies because now clearly I was wrong, but I didn't see that like it was just celebrated as this giant pile of cinematic garbage that is affiliated with like a Razzie nom. But hey, whew, there it is. The Mother by Darren Aronofsky was nominated. And then Worst Screenplay, we'll finish it off here. We have Baywatch, The Emoji Movie, 50 Shades Darker, The Mummy, Transformers, The Last Night. So as you can see, there's a real theme to the Razzies this year, and it looks like it's going to be Baywatch, The Emoji Movie, 50 Shades Darker, The Mummy, Transformers, The Last Night. So if you had to place your bets, if you're a gambling individual, you may want to consider betting something on the Razzies because there's some consistency there, and you might have a better shot than you will at the Super Bowl. So check that out. Again, that is going to be March 3rd. That is right before the Academy Awards, the night before the Academy Awards. So check it out. Now, before we sign off, again, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been watching on this Facebook Live. Also, thank you so much to everybody who's watching this on the YouTube replay. Appreciate you guys. Again, if at any time during the show you found anything enjoyable, go ahead and give me that thumbs up because it helps people who like movie-related shows find this show on Facebook as well as on YouTube. So let me go back to the board here before we kick off for the day and just make sure we don't have any questions or comments about the topics we discussed here. Okay, 1 second. All right. Looks like we are in the clear. Okay, cool. All right. Now, before we go, I just wanted to give a shout out to the Eagles and the Patriots. These guys are going to the Super Bowl, the 52nd Super Bowl. So I know I got friends and family that are Eagles fans, and years of fandom has finally paid off. So congratulations to the Eagles fan base as well as the Eagles franchise there. You guys are going to 52nd Super Bowl, Super Bowl 52. So congratulations there to everybody in the Patriots camp. Again, even though I'm a Steelers guy, game recognized game, got to give it to the winners. So congratulations to everybody in the Patriots camp fan base as well as the franchise itself. So, and all the players and everything else. So looking forward to seeing what you guys are able to do for the 52nd Super Bowl, which is going to be February 4th. And that's at US Bank Stadium in Minnesota. So we'll have to see kind of what the weather permits. We might get a Super Bowl that's got a little snowfall. I don't know if we'll actually get any impact from that because of the stadium, but we'll have to see. and hopefully it's a good time. Hopefully we get that Han Solo commercial or trailer at the Super Bowl, because that movie comes out this summer and we still don't have a movie poster or a trailer. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, anybody, thank you guys so much for watching today's Facebook live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching it on the replay as well. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, don't forget to click the subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube, and click that little bell so you get the notifications for new content. And then also, don't forget to check out this week's episode. That'll be in the weekly show playlist. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. Thank you so much. Have a great week. And until next Monday, for a brand new episode of Facebook, or a brand new episode of Brunansky's Vlog, followed by Facebook Live, have a great week and take care. Bye-bye. Hi everybody, I'm Jeremy Brunansky, and you've just finished watching a Facebook Live replay. Now, if you enjoyed that, you may also want to check out the weekly show playlist, as well as the movie news playlist, which covers just the news segments from every Monday's episode. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and click that subscribe. We'll see you guys next Monday right here on YouTube for a brand new episode of Brunansky's Vlog at 10 a.m. PST. Have a great week. Take care.